Good morning. This is Alan with Exodian Trades. I come to you this Tuesday morning, February 23rd, 2021. And my goal for starting this YouTube channel is to become a better trader by following the rules of trading that I've learned from other successful traders or attempted to learn. I'm still in the middle of my learning, and my hope is that by doing this, I will pay more attention to my trades, be more responsible in how I trade, and at the same time, try to pass on some of my knowledge to the people that are even newer in this than I am. I started out as an investor back in 2001 when the market was coming back from the internet crash in the late 90s, and did pretty well. I feel like at the time I was a long-term investor, and my focus was value investing. I became interested in stock trading roughly about a year and a half ago. Got excited about it. Looked pretty simple. So I opened up, and I opened up a Robinhood account with $100. And because of the pattern day trading rule, I said, well, then I'm just going to do options. So I quickly lost my $100 and realized that there was a lot more to day trading than initially meets the eye. I feel like there are so many nuances to this task that we set ourselves to trading. But honestly, if you just hold strict to a few core principles, you'll be on a good path. And that's what I've learned. I'm not a stock picker. I'm not a stock market guru. I'm definitely not a financial advisor. So do not use me as such. I'm a guy that's somewhat far along in his learning, and decided that putting this out on YouTube might help someone else. That'd be great. I love it, but mostly to help me. I feel like if one person is looking over my shoulder, I'll make more responsible decisions, and I honestly will probably bore you to death because I'm not in this to get action, so I won't be trading a lot. What I will be doing is looking for stocks to trade, looking for particular setup patterns, and looking to exploit those and make money. The goal is to make money, not to get action. So what's going to happen now is I'm going to try to sort of just do my thing, and then I want to narrate what I'm doing so that the people on YouTube might be interested would be able to basically see what I'm doing and why I'm doing it to increase their understanding of exactly what it is that we're attempting to do, how we do it, and there can be a lot of reasons why we do it. Mine is to make money. And so I've got a few stocks that I've been watching already. This morning in the pre-market, there's been, and I'm just going to run them through my screen real quick. Bear with me. I've got a few details to work out. A couple of items that I'm working on. Well, I'm glad that sound is off. And I lost my pen. When I lose things, there it is. Okay, so like I said, I had a few stocks that I was watching, and I'm going to go ahead and you know that I use the Calvera Trade Ideas. It's the Trade Ideas Live Stock Scanner by is it Calvera?
It's Aspen Dental's Everyday Smiles event, where new patients get a
Yeah, I have another screen I'm doing this on, so that's why you can't see what I'm doing. But ultimately, what I'm doing is bringing up the already pre-made stock scanner that I like to use because programming my own is very time consuming, and this one seems to cover it all. But I want to show you what it looks like real quick. That was slow. At this time of day, this is usually the one that I look at the most. I don't see anything green here. I don't short sell, so I'm not looking for things that are in the red or new daily lows, any of those. What I'm looking for is bounces. I'm looking to catch either a dip and rip in the first 5 minutes, or maybe after that, the second wave of a dip and rip, or the second wave of a stock that's going up. It's really hard to catch the first of anything. I'm not saying it can't be done. It's not like it doesn't happen. Yesterday, I caught AMC. I was watching it, and it was basically it was riding the VWAP. And I said, man, if this pops, so I don't even remember the level, but I said, if this pops, it's going to make some money. And I profited $570. Paper trading, by the way, I want to put that out there and make no mistakes about it. If you can't make it in paper trading, you're not going to make it trading your live money. You might as well just set your wallet on fire if you think you will, unless you are mentally the equivalent of I don't know, one of those, like what do you call it, quantum physics guys that studies that stuff in the universities. And even those guys, who knows, they'd still lose money. There's a lot of people out here that have been doing this for a long time. And okay, so we got this. I showed you what this looks like. I don't really see anything on here that I wasn't already looking at this morning. So I'm just going to run through a list. And, just for the heck of it. bear with me. I have not as much space as I would like. This particular, that was great. Sorry about that, folks. I don't know if it went anywhere. Okay. And there it goes. We are experiencing technical difficulties at the Exodian trade offices of, here we are. All right, get this over here, this other screen. So now what do we have? All right, I'm gonna run through just a quick list. How did I get that wrong? All right. See, this is too far below the VWAP to even look at right this particular moment, but I'm gonna keep watching it because it could be. Well, that was cool. Wait a minute, what was that? Yeah, I've seen it before. Okay. Yesterday, I was preoccupied with trying to keep some sort of a running commentary so as not to bore any viewers, because it's already pretty boring watching a person basically not trade stocks all morning, which is what oh, look at that. That looks like a kind of a soft support, maybe, hopefully. Got a bit of a double bottom there. And we got a little bottom here. I'm going to mark out. I want to see what's over to the left of this. So this, what's the high? 287. Close enough. So that would be the top of that. What's this? Oh my goodness. 287. And right now it is at 397, 398. It bumped up above that. What's this right here? 304. We're above 3. See, I just noticed these lines over here. I wasn't really paying attention to the actual price. Okay, so what's this one? This high, 286. See, when you look back on a yearly chart, 332. Close enough. When you look back on a yearly chart, it makes it a lot easier to see where your potential resistance will be if a stock breaks out. So that is one. I said a few principles. One of the principles that is highly overlooked in the trading community. See, this took out all those. This can happen. This can really go. Let's look at the 20-day 1 hour. Okay, it's taken out all the levels. Basically, it has a high post-market yesterday, 452, and we've got okay, they placed some preferred stock So dilution. What else? Any other news? Why is there any other news? Expands capacity, installs second production machine. Okay, I don't really see any severe catalyst for this, but if this breaks over 452 sometime today, the sky's the limit. It might be a nice dip and rip also. Let's watch it. I want to try something new. I want to try a 20-day 2-minute chart. I know it's going to look kind of crowded, but you can really see what these are doing. Okay, so that's one on top of my list. Let me write that down. Ctib. And the C's, of course, there's CCIV, which has really been active lately. CCIV now, that's basically what CCIV is a company that was formed to buy another company. And what happens then is when the rumors come out about what company they're buying, depending on how people feel about that other company, etc., the stock price may go up or down. And then what happens when they buy the company and the news comes out, then the stock readjusts as it has, because now the news is out. So if you bought on the rumor and sold on the news this time, you would have lost. It's debatable whether this purchase was, good for CCIV or not. Clearly, most investors believe not. The stock dropped from the 60s to below 40. But basically what happened was Churchill Capital is the name of this company. Was formed to buy, when the rumor was they were going to buy Lucid Motors. And in fact, they did buy Lucid Motors. But it's not as favorable for CCIV stockholders as I guess they believed, because it has gone down. But that doesn't mean it's out of the game. Look, it's still skirting that VWAP. I mean, it's choppy, but we'll see what it does later today. I'm not taking it off the list, that's for sure. All right. So, and then let's look at. I want to see AMC. I made some money on that yesterday. How that's been doing. Okay. Oh, it's above VWAP. That's good. See what that does at the open. So many to watch. I'm actually going to put these up on different screen. I'm working with 2 computers because I have 3 monitors on one and 2 on the other. You don't need a bunch of monitors to be a successful trader. 1 monitor is fine. I just find it convenient because I really like to be able to glance around and see things, whatnot. So it helps me focus. So I'm gonna put these on my list. What did I say? CTIB. Basically, yeah, this pre-market is crazy. I mean, if I was stupid, I might even try to trade the pre-market, but the volume is so low. Look at this CTIB, just took off. Watch. 427. Yeah, if it goes above that 452 mark high, there's going to be something to watch. Okay. A lot of action today. But we're not here for action. We're here to make money. So my main two would probably be to watch right now would be Ctib above 452. And believe it or not, maybe once more. Oh, look at that. CCIV just took a huge nosedive. It dropped to, it went, I mean, it was jumping, it was approaching the VWAP from the bottom, never quite crossed it. Now it's way below it. It's, in the last 2 minutes, it's gone from basically 37 to under 36. It dropped $1, and it's still going. That might be a short squeeze later. Morning panic dip buy, but this is a pre-market. Yeah, this can happen though, just shortly before the market opens. I mean, it's literally, this started at 6:19. All times are West Coast. Sorry about that for you in the other time zones. So, EMC, I was going to say, that's another one on my watch list. I really want to keep an eye on that because that clearly has the power to surprise. Just bumped over $7, hit $7 just now. This pre-market is crazy. Let's see what kind of volume it had. I don't even need to add anymore. I bet you just watching these three can keep us occupied. Okay, so where's the levels here? Let's try time frame. I want to try 20. Oh, I already got that. Good. Is that then? Now, why will it only show me this far out? I don't know. Let's find the levels. Mark these out. Okay, so the high of the pre-market so far, 734. We also have sort of a soft level over here. This was, it's like a double top, triple top, very soft, rounded. Okay, this is a possible level right here of resistance. And of course, $7 has become the mark to beat. If this pops above $7, it will easily make it up to what's that, 7.15. So that's a 15-cent move. So then what we'll be looking for is our where we would put our risk, because it might not be worth it. So if we had to risk from here 667 to try to make 15 cents, 14 cents by the time we get filled, that's risking 33 cents for a 14-cent gain. That's no way to trade. Here's another bottom. We might call this a bottom. We could call this a bottom, but it's not a very hard bottom. I don't know. Maybe it is, but that's still. So really, this is not in a good position to trade, in my opinion, at this particular moment. However, if these kind of took out this level here and this level here. So if this dips from wherever this is right now, if this dips, wherever it dips to, if it peaks here and then dips down here, I don't care. From wherever it dips, that'll be your risk. Hopefully we'll have a little bit of a retracement. And then up here, wherever it peaks, would be probably our first level of resistance. Unless there's if there's a quick 5-minute dip, wherever it bounces is what I'm looking. The level I'm looking for is where it's going to bounce off that 5-minute dip. But right now, there's too many levels of resistance to make this a good trade. If it just goes sideways at the open, and it might be played out. But look at this volume, already 500,000 in pre-market. So definitely one to watch. Let's see what CCIV is doing. And on CCIV, okay, I don't think there's any point to this. But I'm going to mark these levels out just in case. Is this a bottom or will it go lower? That's what everybody wants to know. Sometimes I mark a lot of lines on my charts, but you got to get into the habit of doing this. Look at this; it broke that level. Okay, so it just popped down below 35.57. Now, if it breaks this whole dollar, who knows how far it can go? This could be resistance now. This could be support. If this sets up some kind of a channel at the market open and just sort of goes sideways, that's what I like to see at whatever level it's at. And then once this VWAP either crawls down to it or it slowly climbs up to the VWAP, that's when I'll be looking for a buy setup. Okay. Ctib. Yeah, this could be a morning dip and rip. I like these levels. At some point, I'm going to have to change this around. This is not efficient at all. The way I've been entering orders, but not today. I'm just really focused on the price action today. Let's see what this does. I want to change this to a 5-minute candle. Okay, so far, I mean, who knows if it goes above 452. I just want to look at my levels again. Okay, I have them all marked out as far as I could tell. Yeah, maybe it's already above it. This is a beautiful, beautiful thing. I think this will be a nice one. Just wanted to get above 452. Yeah. It's holding. See that level? Nice. Okay, now we have a double bottom here. If it holds around the 372, 371 mark. Hmm. Well, let's see if it holds 360. It'd have a long way to go to get to 452. This might be a morning panic dip buy, meaning later in the afternoon as it slowly consolidates and climbs back up. But mark my words, if that gets above 452, there's no stops until like $9. What is that? What did I have here? Okay, 606, so 450 to 6. That's a potential huge gain. What's that, a buck and a half? Yeah. So I think I'm gonna anticipate this and put a bid in for 1,000. Now, stop limit order the other day did not really work when I put one in on starts with an M? I forget. But I'm gonna try this again. I'm gonna put my stop at 452, and I'm gonna really give myself a good limit this time, because even though this is a paper trading account, I did not get filled yesterday, and it's not like it blew past my limit. It was on the same penny, and for some reason I didn't get filled, and I feel like I kind of lost on that. So today I'm gonna make my limit 455. 55. Those round numbers are nice. And we're going to leave that just like it is. Boom. So now I can confidently look for other things while that sits and waits for me. All right. So what about VCNX? That's up on my other screen, and it's really turning red. Of course, we can kind of see what's going on over here with the markets in general. But I really do need to, I'm going to start with this red bar right here. Boom. Same red bar, probably the same exact moment, 5 a.m. Let's find, 5 a.m. is green. That is the iShares Russell 2000 index. How is that one green when all those, look at this, these red dojis over here, basically, and this big green bar on the Russell 2000, and And here we have the NASDAQ, and here we have, of course, the S&P 500. That's quite a topping tail there, too. What is up with those? You know, sometimes I get these little topping tails, bottoming tails that show up on the paper trading on TD Ameritrade, but they do not actually show up in the actual real money account. So, okay, I want to see what's going on with VCNX again. So this one, I think I traded this before. It's hard, there's so many stocks. This could be another dip and roof today. I'm going to put this up on my other list. If it pops above that V1, has a high of 5 something this morning, or last at the what was that, post market, pre-market high 511, 130 this morning. Man, sometimes I forget you can trade until you turn blue in the face. Make myself a cup of tea. If you hear a noise in the background, that's just my tea kettle. Oh, look at that dropout. This might pull in, if it bounces a little bit, it might pull in some shorts. But if it goes above the VWAP, it might turn into a squeeze. So we're going to have to watch this one and see what happens. AMC still dropping. See what happened. AMC is going to reopen, I guess, a bunch of theaters on the East Coast, maybe New York. I don't remember exactly. I can read it here. Found out this morning why AMC shares spiked 20% today. That could be AMC Entertainment. After hours happened. Governor Cuomo announced that movie theaters in New York City are now permitted to reopen. So you got a little reopening bounce here. People are excited to go to the movies again. I don't blame them. But I'm not sure what to do with this. You have all these levels of resistance, and in fact, most of them have been taken out, possibly by these two bars. So that's the 5-minute chart. Let's see what it looks like on the 1 minute. Yeah. Bear with me as I make my tea. Peppermint. Good for the belly. Smells nice. Refreshing. I find having one of these tea kettles is not only convenient because I can put it anywhere I want to, just plug it into the wall, but economically, it's a lot cheaper to heat up, a glass of water for a tea in one of those little kettles than it is to do it in the microwave. That's just science. All right, look at that. So it bounced off a 6, basically. So that's nice. This might be, see, it's too far below VWAP. I want to see it get above VWAP. And then might be long. I'm going to get rid of all these drawings. Start new. Remove drawings. Clear drawing set. Absolutely. Now I'm going to start over. Let's do 20 days, 1 hour. So above 760 is what I'm looking for. I want to look at this on my other screen because I don't like those topping tails. I'm not even sure if those are real. Sadly, I mean, there's a few glitches in the paper trading app on TD, Thinkorswim. Whoops. Anybody that thinks doing a YouTube channel cast while checking stocks on 2 different computers and 5 screens, maybe the screens are complicating it just a little more, but I just want to check this. Let's see, 20 days, 1 hour. Yeah, see, I'm not, oh, you see these little spikes right here? If you look up AMC on any other trading platform besides Thinkorswim paper trading, these don't show up. And I've had this happen quite often. And I've actually never addressed that. I've addressed the slowness of the level 2 because it is slow. And they said that's just because they devote those resources to more toward the live money, real money trading, computer resources wise at the TD headquarters, whatever, which I can't blame them for that. I'd sure be pissed if guys on paper trading were getting better data rates, whatever, blah, if I was trading real money, which I do trade real money in my retirement account, but I don't trade a lot. It's a very small amount. Mostly the stocks that are in there are chosen by my wife, and I leave those alone because she is the long-term investor of the family, and I am the day trader. Wasn't always that way. I thought I was a stock genius back in 2001 when right after when the internet crash was over and all the stocks were going up. Turned out it was just a case of a rising tide raising all boats. But I did learn a lot about value investing, and in fact, I believe that's what got her interested, because she started right around that time as well, and I encouraged that. But all right, redo my levels. I mean, there's a lot of potential soft stops here, but I mean, this could be resistance always at the $7 mark. If it pops above that, this hopefully took out this. I mean, I'm showing you these levels, and stocks have a tendency to bind up at previous levels where they've found resistance. That's just the nature of it, and there's nothing magical about it. It's because, oh, see that? This right here turns into this right here, roughly. I mean, give or take. And this works because traders believe in it. So the more traders that are watching this, that know what they're doing, respect these levels, and watch to see what happens around them. Like if like what I would be doing if I was in a trade right now on AMC is I would be watching. Um, let's say in fact, I probably would if this pops above 7, I would definitely buy it long, as long as it's not exhausted from a bunch of like if this got like in 2 green bars made it up to 7, it would be a bad idea. I'd want to see some kind of a retracement, but I'd feel good about it because it was over the VWAP. But I'd really watch it for a good entry on volume. But let's say that did happen. Um, as it climbed from 7 to 725, I I could pretty much sit back maybe. I mean, you got to look. There's possibly. I mean, I'll watch the volume as long as there's a lot more sellers than buyers. It could probably make it to 750 or above. I mean, traders love those half-dollar marks, dollar marks. And if it went above 750, then it could really take off because as we see, the next possible uh, resistance is almost at $10, if I recall. And then from there, we're looking at 14, 15 almost. But that's just if traders go crazy and the price action goes crazy. I mean, there's news. The news says they're going to be opening the theaters again in New York. How much weight people will put behind that, the numbers will tell. We'll just watch and we will respond to what the market gives us. But this could be, I mean, this dip is a little extended for like a morning dip and rip, but this could be a morning panic dip buy. I kind of really want to just put an order in at the $7 mark. I think I will, and then we'll see what happens. If it goes to 701, let's see how much. Okay, I'm gonna do 2,000 on this. I made money on this yesterday. Don't let me give it back. By the way, if you're watching this live and you see me about to do something dumb, like you see a real good reason not to do something you see me on my way starting to do, message me. I'm here to learn and teach and learn by teaching. Okay, so I'm going to put my stop at 701. And I'm going to put my limit at 705. That might be why I didn't get filled in the afternoon yesterday. It might have just, it went right past my stop. I don't know. But I'm only going to give it 2 cents slippage. 703. If that's not enough, then I wasn't meant to be in the trade. Here's the thing. If you want to make money in trading, you have to be patient. You have to think like a sniper, not like a bomber, I guess. I don't know. You have to wait until the setup is right. Now, see, the only reason I might even take this down is if this green bar just keeps going. I mean, I want to see a little bit of rest before it hits the $7. Ideally, what I'd like to see would be for it to consolidate a bit at this level right here, like say pop up above 665 for a minute, maybe consolidate a little bit, maybe reach up, touch 7, but then come back down. Ideally, no lower than wherever the VWAP is at the time. And then from there, we're going to look for a buy signal, which would be a higher candle, like a 3-bar play, something like that, or even a 2-bar play. We could, a dip and rip is a pretty classic, pretty reliable situation. Now you see this turned green. This turned green over here. You've got to keep an eye on these. You see how these are 2-minute candles right here. All these candles are red. So for the last the last 20 minutes, okay, it's 6:52. So the last 18 minutes, the market's basically been red. Now it's going green, which is great for us. Okay, so there's AMC. Let's see what CTIB is doing with this green market. Well, I still have my order here, but it's way up there. And CTI, I see my order is very safely above the VWAP, which is at 387. That's for anyone that's like very new and doesn't know the jargon yet. VWAP is possibly one of the most important terms that you'll hear. It is volume weighted adjusted price. Volume weighted average price. Too much on my mind. Volume weighted average price. And what happens with the VWAP is goes up and down based on how many people bought at what price. And it's generally understood that if a stock is above the VWAP, it's bullish, meaning it's more likely than not to continue an uptrend in price. If it's below the VWAP, it's more likely than not to go down in price over the long term, over whatever period, longer term. It's interesting how the VWAP works, but if I could only have one indicator, that would be it. I also, of course, have a, what do I got here? I got the 9 EMA and the 20 EMA, which are gray and blue, respectively. The 20 could be a 21, close enough. A lot of traders use 21. Some use 20. I just put 20 on there, and I haven't changed it because, like I say, it's close enough. Well, let's see what's going on in some other stocks. I've got a few on my watch list. I have a one screen with 9 little charts on it that I've opened up, and FinViz just popped up above VWAP. Let's see what that's doing. I traded that a week or two ago. I don't know. Oops. One of these days, I'm going to have to really figure this out and get one keyboard for all these screens and one mouse. But for now, that's what I got. Let's see what we're working with. Yeah, just popped above it. So this, my friends, is a potential dip and rip. We have some volume. 600,000, 700,000 on the red bars. So we're still green here. Still basically green. So I'm going to watch this one. And I'm also watching on my other screen AMC CCIV, which has really had a bad day. It's down to 33.5. That would probably not be a good long-term investment. Then again, who knows, I may be looking at it wrong. Let me know. CTIB, still reaching for that VWAP. VCNX, reaching for the VWAP. LODE, which I have forgotten. But look at this. Let's see what this is doing. Alright, I think it just bounced to the VWAP. Yep. Here's another possible dip and rip. Provided the market stays. Not super heavy volume, but I've seen worse. Volume is really something that I still need to spend a lot of time on. I have to spend a lot of time on a lot of things. So typically, before my trading day begins, before I go start this broadcast, I spend a couple of hours studying these things. And then typically later in the day, if I'm not too burned out, I might spend a couple more hours studying. And before I did these live broadcasts, basically what I did was I watched other people trade live, not to follow their trades, but just to try to see what they're doing and why they're doing it. And by doing that, I've learned a lot, almost like an apprenticeship if you think about it, which is really great about YouTube in this day and age. Let's see what this looks like on the 1 minute. And I'm not really interested in making trades just to trade. Okay, so what I would want to see here, well, first of all, I've forgotten where any levels are in this. So look to the left. Here's our levels. We have a high of 985 last week. We've got a 619, 6 whatever and change. We've got, okay, that's 20 days. Let's look on that 1 hour 20-day chart. Is that a level? It's a possible level. It's an unlikely level. And there's a high at 1125. Let's get rid of this. And some of these levels would be important to see where it might, if it bounces, where it might find resistance. So this is not a good one here. This is a little close. Another level here. You see how this support right here over in this area turned into resistance over here. So now what we're hoping is for this to bounce back up here and maybe let 560 turn forward. Oh, look at that. I got my AMC. Now I'm going to watch it like a hawk. Oh, good. It's going up. Oh, this hourly chart. Duh. Let's do I'm just going to do a 1 minute chart and micromanage. Look at that. 709. And, oh, see that? Oh, it bounced above 709. The next possible. See, all these levels have been taken out by this, though. So there's a potential for this sucker just to keep going to 750. But I'm going to keep my finger on the flatten button because I'm watching this level too. See all these sellers and so few buyers? I think I might have already made my money on this. If it goes down, oh wow, see that? It just dropped. Oh my, I should have got rid of it. 714, 713. What am I going to do with this? And you know what? It spiked too much. I should flatten it right now. Wait, I'm going to wait till it spikes back up one more time. If it does, let's hold 7. Ah, crap. That's not what I wanted. I'm in it. I didn't put my stop loss. Where's my stop going to be? VWAP. If this hits VWAP, I hit this button. And that's just because I didn't put in an actual stop. But you got to draw the line somewhere. And that would be quite the loss. That would wipe out everything from yesterday. What I'd really like to see is this consolidate between the 7 and 715 mark, which it may do. Okay, this is there's bidders at 707. If I was keeping more of an eye on this, I wouldn't have made this buy here. I would have let it. I wouldn't have bought this on this extended run up to 7. I just got lucky that it's still above 7 now. And in fact, there's buyers at 7. Okay, I'm going to watch and see. We got buyers at 711, a lot of them. I'm just going to get out of it. And I'm 160 up. I'm going to buy again, but I want it to consolidate. I want to see the sellers get exhausted here above 7, and then the buyers start to come back in around 7. Okay, we set kind of a new top here at 720. Okay, I'm going to clear these drawings. They've outused their purpose for this clear drawing set. So let's see, this is 749 is the level to watch, and this is the other level to watch. Okay, and I'm going to make some other drawings on here. We've got here and these drawings are useful because other traders make them. So now we see a possible range for this stock, and the reason this works is because other people think it works. I'm hoping this would be a bottom. If this is a bottom, we can say if this comes back down and touches here at that spot. Let's see, where else is that at? Do we have any sort of secondary light? Nothing. Okay, bounce at 695. Or oh, okay, touch the VWAP and head back. I'm glad I got out of this trade when I did. This is okay here though, unless you're still in this trade. Ideally, we want to see that make a bounce off the VWAP. What we have now is about 50% retracement from, well, we got this green. Okay. So we've gone back. Let's see where we're at. There's a low. Now we're looking for support. I'm going back here, trying to find any see this is a good one. 1, 2, 3, 4. What was that? Oh, Ctib just clicked. Now I'm gonna watch that one like a hawk. Hopefully I don't lose my ass. I'm gonna put in my sell order right now. Edit. No, you know what? I'm just gonna sit on flatten. I'm not gonna take any chances with this. I'm $70 green. That was an extended move upward too. Oh, see, that's why I don't like hitting stop limit orders. And it's holding above 450, but it did dip below it. Okay, guys, your opinion. Am I getting lucky on these? Am I doing this right? Are these, when I'm putting these things in, am I being stupid about it? I want to know. Give me your comments. Because Like I said, I'm doing this to learn, and this is looking pretty good. I'm seeing the buyers. I mean, it's not incredible volume. It is actually. It's pretty good volume here. Never mind that. Yes, I'm just going to watch it keep going up. Look at that. 116, 127 at 444. There's 127. Yeah, there's quite a spread. There's what is that? That's a spread is the difference between the bid and the ask. Okay, so these people right here are asking for 445, and these people are bidding 437. Oh wow, that just took a turn while I was explaining it. Where's my stop loss? I'm gonna hit that button if this gets to 416. If we hit 416, I'm out, and that's gonna be a huge loss. It's gonna wipe out all my gains. Oh shit. I need it to bounce above 450. Man, why didn't I get out? I'm scalping. I'm supposed to be scalping, but instead I'm sitting here explaining things to people, which ultimately will help me in the long run. But right this particular moment, because I have what's called conscious competence in a few areas here. Okay, look, we see the buyers stepping up. I'm getting out. I just don't. I'm done. $140 profit. Yeah. Now, if it consolidates a bit above the VWAP, make a few more trades. But for now, opinions, folks. Am I getting lucky? Am I being smart? Or is my preparation meeting the right circumstances? What do you think? What's going on? I definitely know I'm being a lot more selective on my trades during these broadcasts. Let's see what else is going on. CCIV just popped above VWAP a little while ago. Let's see. So that's moving. I have $300 on the day. I don't really feel any urge to trade right now. It's 7:10, so the market's been open only 40 minutes. I'm going to take a little break, and I will be back with some food. Okay, I'm back from the kitchen and find the hot sauce. I got myself a little snack breakfast burrito heated up in the microwave. Feeling a little bit of hungry. It's not good to trade when you're hungry, angry, lonely, or tired. Not good to do a lot of things when that's the situation. All right, so CCIV has we're looking at a dip, not exactly a rip, but not too terrible either. So let's see what else is going on. CTIB is retracing a bit of an advance. Let's look at that. These are the kind of spots that you want to pay attention because we're above the VWAP. We've got crazy volume over here, especially. See these red bars? These are in the millions. It's a 1 minute chart. So it made a high of 487. So that's kind of the now the level to watch. Now, is this a double bottom? Wouldn't that be nice? It's, oh, look at that. We have a level here, and that's holding. Well, not exactly. It didn't hold like I thought it would. But look, something's holding. If that holds at 438, we've found our risk. What's this line here? That line's irrelevant now. Maybe. Let's find out. Where is it coming from? Oh, way over there, pre-market high. Yeah, that's a potential resistance or support, but sort of minor at this point because we have new ones over here. So not quite as important, something to keep an eye on because other traders are also keeping their eyes on it. So we drop to the 20 EMA. That might be okay. And the goal here is to curb the natural instinct to get into a trade. And actually wait for the perfect setups. And in today's market, they come along quite often. So the market's turned red again. Not a good sign. Folks, I think what I'm going to do now is end this stream. It's been an hour and 12 minutes. No, it's been, holy cow, 6:30, 7:30. It's only been 50 minutes. So the first hour is always the most, well, I'm liking this. Except for that doji is a little, this could be our new bottom, 451. Too many potential. Could this go above 487? This kind of volume, that was a nice one. It's made, what is that? 430. 380. It's made 50-cent jumps before. And then with a slight resting period. Okay, see these, now we have two topping tails. Okay, there's a topping tail right there. That's this little skinny part. And here's a topping tail here. So what that means, predictably, this is going to head down. Likely. It's like if you're looking at the odds, I mean, sometimes these things aren't too important, but other times they are. Also, volume is involved. But really what we see here is we see that on this one, it opened and closed at the very same price at 438, but at one point it reached up as high as 450 and as low as 435. Now over here, we have it opened, it's green, that means it closed higher than it opened. So it opened at 438, where this one closed, which is pretty common. At some point in this minute, it dropped as low as 436, yeah, and it went as high as 460. But at the end of that minute, it closed here at 442. So that means it was most likely on its way down as it closed, and that's kind of bored out here because this one's red. That means it closed lower than it opened. So it opened here, at some point made it all the way down here, came back up to close here, which now this is called a bottoming tail. Kind of gives you a sense that this one is more likely to be green, and now we're looking at a green candle. So there's never any guarantees. Okay, now that that's above 451, 452, it could either go to like 469 or 487. If it crosses 487, I'm going to watch for it to consolidate. This maybe it's consolidated. It'd be nice if it consolidated between 450 and 487 and then jumped above that. Look at that. Could have bought that. This could have been a buy signal right here. When this green candle passed up the top of this red candle, that would have been a good buy signal. But now I'm not going to buy here because, I mean, look at that. I'd be chasing. We have a double top. If this doesn't pop above that sometime soon, we also kind of have a double bottom. Could be establishing a range. Oh, look at that, 495. The sky's the limit now. But I think it's already tired. Should I buy? Oh, look at that volume. Yeah. I'm going to buy 1,000 just to be safe. At limit of 485. Is it tired already? No. I'm chasing. This is not good. All right. This was a bad idea. As soon as this turns green, I'm going to get out of it. This was a very stupid trade. Okay, maybe not. If this hits $5, that's what I should have did, is waited. So I'm basically flat for the day. No, not flat. I'm positive 120, basically flat on this trade. This is why I'm doing this. I'm getting my practice in, and I'm thinking a lot harder about what I'm doing, either before or after, because I know there may be critics, people watching. So if you see me making a mistake, feel free to point it out. At this point, I look for like a breakout of $5. But first, I want to see a little consolidation here, a little back and forth, a little sideways action. Not super choppy like way down here or way up here, but just like a little narrow range consolidation between, say, $5 and 480, 470. That would be sweet. And 470 is not unrealistic at this particular moment. I would love to see that. I want to see it go back and forth, consolidate. Oh, it bumped up to 5. Yeah. If this crosses $5 after having rested a bit, it could potentially, let's see, where's our, I know I keep looking for these levels. I need to find, I have to come up with a technique of remembering these levels better. Okay, our next resistance is 6. So 5 to 6 is not a bad little profit. Let's see what we might have to risk for that. So if this holds, we could risk, no, that's not so great. That would be risking, no, that's not such a bad move, but can we really expect Ctib to make a dollar move? It wouldn't be ridiculous given what the chart's showing us. But is it risky to expect that? Is it risky to risk from 462? So my risk would, wherever I got in here, let's say I got in at 5 or 503, let's say $5 just for argument's sake. Let's say I got in at 5. I would have to set my risk, my stop at 462. So that's a 38 cent. Unless we set a new bottom, that would be a 38 cent risk for a dollar gain. Technically, that's good, but $1 is a big stretch, and I just really don't know how to gauge whether that's likely. I mean, it could be. I'm just not that experienced. There's no natural stopping place besides the natural $0.5. But even that would be better than 1.5 to 1. Risk to reward. Let's see what the market's doing. See, market's green. This is red. That's not a good sign. Let's see what we got on AMC again. A little sideways consolidation. Look at this. You see the angle of this? From this bottom to this bottom. That's pretty good, huh? Oh crap, wrong one. Now let's see what we can make out of this. I want to go from here. If that keeps doing it, I could just keep going. You want to define the channels because the other traders are also defining channels. That's what makes it work. Okay, so we see what's going on here. It's just rolling around the $7 line. Light volume. If this might do a steady, slow crawl up towards 750, and we might have like a 2 o'clock move on this. If it just like crawls, if it will crawl up this line or some semblance of this line, it might go a little flatter because based on this line, it should reach 750 in about 5, 10, 15, 20, about a half an hour. Might be too fast. Finviz is taking off. So this is what you do when you're sniping, when you're scalping. Find a few stocks. Just keep checking them. Keep checking them. Hope that you catch it on something like this would have been a good buy setup right here. Sort of. Not really. Hmm. Hmm. Well, I think I'm going to go with my first impulse. And this here. I'll be back this afternoon at 1:45 to get ready for the 2 p.m. End of day trading. So that's 1:45 Eastern time, 10:45 California time. I really appreciate my viewers. Please like and subscribe, and always leave comments if there's anything that you like I'm doing, or anything you don't like, anything you'd like to see me do differently. I really want to hear from anybody that cares to leave a comment, because I'm just like you. If you're watching this, you're definitely not an expert yet, but this is how you become an expert. Watch other people, listen to how they're doing it, like apprenticing. You get to see someone else as they're doing it. They explain what they're doing. That's what I'm trying to do here. Explain what I'm doing. It helps me because that helps me to solidify and know why I'm doing the things I'm doing. It helps you because you might be exposed to certain concepts you haven't seen before, or re-exposed. There's a lot of things I'll see 2, 3, 4, 5 times. It's almost like I'm seeing it brand new because there's so much to take in, and it's like aha. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it added some value to your life. I'm going to keep doing this twice a day, every day. Um, so enjoy, and please like and subscribe. Thanks.